Talk to me. WSRadio.com.
The San Diego Council on Literacy brings you Literacy for All with your host, Jose Cruz.
Hello, I'm Jose Cruz from the San Diego Council on Literacy. We're back with Literacy for All. We've been talking to Hanna Cohan, and she's going to tell us a little bit more about her interests and just an area where she has skills and background and experience, and that's in the area of listening. And we're going to talk about some strategies, but also the role of context in listening. So tell us more about, especially as a teacher of golf. So we're going to throw all that stuff together and have you finish strong on this one, Hanna.
Okay.
Take it away.
Great. So I wanted to go back. It was probably 10 plus years ago, and I was in a seminar, and the seminar leader said, "People say themselves." And I said, "What? People say themselves." And I was so curious at that point. I'm like, I have to find out more about that. And that was kind of like the beginning of my listening. And what I'm discovering is people really do say themselves. Jose, when we sat down today, you said, "I think this is fun now." Like,
right.
There was a turning point where it went from something other than fun to fun.
Yes.
And I can see it in your face. It really is fun for you. So now what I'm doing is I'm listening for people to say themselves. And I'll give you an example in golf.
Okay.
Do you want to do that?
Yeah, I do. I was just remembering when I told you that fundraising was hard, and you was like, it's going to be hard then. So, go on.
Yeah,
right?
you did say that.
Yeah.
Fundraising is hard. Okay, then there you go.
Yeah.
So years ago, I was teaching golf at Coronado Municipal Golf Course, and I had a woman, her name was Mary, and she was from Canada, and she was a beginner, and she was really struggling to get the ball in the air, just struggling. And we were having a conversation, and I said, "Well, what's it like for you? What are you feeling right now?" And she says, "I'm worried." And I said, "Oh, you're worried, huh? Okay, good." So you want to get that that's her context. Mm-hmm. She's operating inside of being worried. Mm-hmm. And I said, "So if on this hand we have worried, what's the 180 of worried?" And she's like, "Well, happy and free." I said, "Okay, good. Show me that swing. Show me you being happy and free." Mm-hmm. What do you think the results were?
Yes, positive right away.
Immediately the ball flew in the air.
Right.
You get that?
Yes.
So we're looking at context, because if you get that how powerful context is, context will always determine the content. And content is actions and behaviors and thoughts and feelings and places and things. Attitude, absolutely. Mm-hmm. So when we're circling around in a context that's taking us down or taking us out of our, our abilities or our, potential.
Sure.
Perfect.
Yeah.
It's just going to feel like a lot of work, and it may feel frustrating and upsetting. And if that context isn't identified,
right,
and we try to go, well, I'm just going to be happy inside of being worried,
yes,
good luck,
yeah.
Right? So we want to identify the current context. So my position, as a listener, is to identify that context that's taking people out of the game.
Here's what's powerful: the implications for teaching. That it's not just putting information out. What we expect teachers to do is put the information out there. And what you're saying is it's not that. I mean, we should be listening better so that we can get the information out, but so also the person can learn, because you're going to their context and you're addressing them where they are. Good?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. And like I said, once you can identify that context for somebody, and especially in their learning, if they're struggling, if they're in a context of concern or being doubtful, then it's just, I don't know, it's just a lot more work.
Very good.
To learn inside of a context where it's a struggle every day.
So can you give another? I'm sure we have some golf players out there, but can you give another example, because it does translate what you've explained about a golfer who's worried versus one who's relaxed and free and just going to go up there and enjoy being in the experience. What is another thing that you see out there that is stopping people, that is affecting them in their context? Breakthroughs that you have had because because you're tuned into that and you're listening to what they're saying about themselves.
Yes, of course. There is a young man, and his name is Art, and he came to me for a lesson. Just a strong, healthy young man, and I put the club in his hand, and he took a mighty swing, and the ball went about 5 feet. And I'm like, uh-oh, And then so I put another ball down, and he took another healthy swing, and the ball went 6 feet. And I'm like, what's going on there? And we had a little discussion about it. And what we discovered was when he was 5 years old, he was out pushing his big brother on the skateboard. And he caught his tennis shoe on the crack in the sidewalk, fell on his face, and chipped his tooth. And from that moment forward, he became cautious.
Oh.
So he now is living in a context of being cautious. Do you get that?
I do get that. Let me, go ahead.
Real quick.
Yes.
So he was not only cautious in his golf swing, but he was also cautious in life, cautious in business, and cautious in relationships as well.
Boy.
And so what we got, once we got that context up on the mat, so to speak, I said, so who was the little boy that went out that morning to push his big brother? Oh, I was excited and free.
Yeah.
I said, well, show me that swing.
Yes.
And what do you think happened?
Right.
The ball flew in the air.
Right.
And just for a little update, he now owns his own business and is married.
Boy, maybe it sounds like we're talking about golf, but we're not. We're talking about learning and listening and being affected by environments in our past and history, and just the things that we will take with us, and other things that are just, in a sense, they're science, because you and I have played golf together.
Yes.
Now, you taught me two things. One of them, and again, it's a different lesson, and one of them is have a vision for where you want to hit the ball. Don't worry so much about hitting the ball. Look at where you want the ball to go. So that's, in a sense, it's visioning, it's goal setting. And then the other thing I learned was, in a sense, not to try too hard, not to hold on so tightly. Otherwise, you're sapping the energy away from your game. And these are things that we do in life. These are things that we do in the course of being out there, not having goals, not having a vision, trying too hard, etc., being afraid, worrying, all of those things. It is context, but it is learning.
Totally. And you were very receptive. I mean, after that conversation we had, your swing, your ball flight, everything showed up differently. Would you agree?
I'm going to say not just that. Going back to the radio show was new to me. And I worried about it in those first days. But now the radio show and golf are a lot more fun and easy. I mean, I'm enjoying them more. So. Take credit for some of that, huh?
Yeah, and one thing that one of the contexts that comes up frequently is control. Mm-hmm. Trying to control. I can hear it in your speaking, like gripping onto the club. Usually it's because we're trying to control something.
Right.
Manage or guide or steer or manipulate something.
Right.
And it works against you.
Well, and maybe it sounds like a cliche, life, golf, come on, those are two different things. Maybe not. but you try to control life too much, you're going to have some disappointments. It's going to work to your detriment. And so all these things do come into play early on in life and forever, right?
Forever. It never stops.
Very good. And now we're going to actually finish this segment, but just, Hannah, I want to thank you for what you're doing and for your other interests. I've learned a few other things in golf. And then you also are, let me get this right, is it Argentinian tango is another thing that you're doing. And I guess that's pretty popular out there in its circle, right?
Yeah, we have a strong Argentine tango community here in San Diego. It's very fun. I love it.
Yeah.
Can I mention
please,
my
please,
website?
Yeah, do your website and just anything you want people to know about what you do in the listening arena and golf.
Yeah, so two things. I teach golf. I'm a Class A member of the LPGA in the Teaching and Club Division. You can find out more about that at astrokeofgeniuscoaching.com. And then the listening, I do personal listening and coaching. I'm listening for your context and what's taking your power away and having you have results. And that website is theartandscienceoflistening.com.
Very good. We don't usually approach things from this angle, and very helpful. So Hanna Cohan, thank you again for being on our show.
It was fun.
Oh, I enjoyed it myself. And you've been listening to Literacy for All. I'm Jose Cruz, and our show is powered by WS Radio, the worldwide leader in Internet talk.
Nowadays, internet devices are an integral part of your home. Everyone in your family has a smartphone, tablet, or a computer. Life is easier knowing that all your devices are secured and your family can surf the internet carefree. ESET Multi-Device Security Pack does just that. One license for all your devices. With ESET, it's simple to stay protected and save money. Enjoy safer technology with ESET Multi-Device Security Pack at ESET.com. That's ESET.com.
On the internet, your business's reputation can be unjustly destroyed in an instant. Don't wait for that to happen. Building and marketing your 5-star reputation can increase your business by as much as 19%. Take control of your reputation and have the 5-star reputation you deserve with Reputation Marketing Solutions by DSI Development. Become the go-to company by visiting 5starrepmarketing.com. The number 5starrepmarketing.com.
Hey, it's Catherine from Listen Local Radio. Moe's Guitars has proudly served the San Diego music community since 1975. Specializing in guitars, basses, mandolins, banjos, and ukuleles, they buy, sell, trade, and consign. If you're looking for lessons, repairs, accessories, and cool gear, you found the right place. Located in downtown La Mesa Village, stop by and check out their digs or visit moesguitars.com or their Facebook page. mozeguitars.com, 619-698-1185.
Tired of presentations with no impact, no inspiration, and no traction? Do dull speakers have you and your team disengaged and distracted by smartphones? Christopher McAuliffe brings energy, insights, and 2 decades of experience, delivered with punch, humor, and heart. Your team will leave energized, uplifted, and with a sense of purpose. Visit ChristopherMcAuliffe.com to bring some heat to your next speaking engagement. McAuliffe. ChristopherMcAuliffe.com. Nowadays, internet devices are an integral part of your home. Everyone in your family has a smartphone, tablet, or a computer. Life is easier knowing that all your devices are secured and your family can surf the internet carefree. ESET Multi-Device Security Pack does just that. One license for all your devices. With ESET, it's simple to stay protected and save money. Enjoy safer technology with ESET Multi-Device Security Pack at ESET.com. That's ESET.com. Tired of presentations with no impact, no inspiration, and no traction? Do dull speakers have you and your team disengaged and distracted by smartphones? Christopher McAuliffe brings energy, insights, and 2 decades of experience, delivered with punch, humor, and heart. Your team will leave energized, uplifted, and with a sense of purpose. Visit ChristopherMcAuliffe.com to bring some heat to your next speaking engagement. McAuliffe. ChristopherMcAuliffe.com.